the game. I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't shorty what they call it. She said the pool palace. Straight from Bankhead. I said you're good at it. Good at what you do. You and your crew. They even got players and thugs doing it too. The more that I the more it's looking smooth. It's nothing to a boss. I can two.
Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey,
chillin' in the bill. There we again. Bottles in again. Up the put it in the air. I'm throwing up the, let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new. The old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my. Snap your fingers, shout it, got a jerky neck. On the bed. Back to the snap. 1-2 step, then gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Baltimore Ravens. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
See, right?
Jackson looking to throw right away. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Jackson will throw again. Flush to his right. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw caught by Andrews. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Denver, take the time. Easy. 3-4. Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You look at this Baltimore defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And the big room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 4. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to get in a lot of trouble.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Red on red.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hey, go, go!
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here's Jackson to throw. Going deep for Walker. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw is Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. The point after is good. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. But leading the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here's the 24. Tomato.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This now a 3rd and 4.
No, we changed it. 13, you. Hey, middle.
Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Jackson now. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 24. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now. 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. First down carry for Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jackson. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground here. Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
BC, ready?
From the gun, Jackson. Complete to Likely. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
I I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Shedding the tackle. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
180.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Baltimore, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Glizz out. Ran the money up to a whole nother level. Hustle, I don't know no better. When I got richer, these got bro, call me slow, 6 racks on a sweater. My think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spent 60 racks on a camouflage bells. Duke diamonds on me, I'm a blue gel. 220 on me, Hessel and Gretel. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over pleasure. I used to want to imp, now I got several. If it's about money, then you know it's whatever. If it's about money, then you know I'm on it. Be hate, no glitz, I don't. Can't take my chain, ain't nothing like homie. South Middle Spanish red, most wanted. Hold up, let me switch the flow. Just like a baker, yeah, I'm addicted to dope. This a cold word, yeah, keep a in my coat. Money hungry, yeah, trying to give me some more. Don't I pack, this ain't talking down on glitz, I like he ain't the goat. If you don't agree, ask the streets and yeah. This 5 air, you already know. Already know how it go. Already know I got on go. Yeah. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go.